same item. What is it? What color? What color? What is it? Different item. What is it? What color? Another item. What color? And I suggest maybe start with 6 or so like that. Run these sort of questions. If you say, what is it? And you get white, now you're just alternating name and color in this particular case. Name and that dimension. When you say, what is it? And you get white, I suggest not necessarily providing an error correction in the form of, what is it, white? And providing a code prompt. What we've found that works pretty well is we just keep presenting it until we get the changeover. Now it may in fact appear that it could shape up guessing to some degree. We haven't found that to be the case. And here's the reason why I have kind of thought about doing it this way, is the fact that the responses are in the repertoire. In other words, the name and the color are both in the child's repertoire, or we wouldn't have moved in this particular direction. So they're very strong responses in the repertoire. And I have found that in those cases sometimes you may make somebody a little bit prompt dependent if you keep prompting. So I just keep going. Plus it also sets up a little negative reinforcement paradigm where you don't move on until you get it right, which provides a little incentive for getting it right. If moving on would act as a form of reinforcement, and it usually does, because it ultimately leads to your reinforcer, it sets up a little bit negative reinforcement paradigm. It's aversive to be wrong because you keep being asked the same question over and over. Now, I don't suggest that in many kids with autism, except these more advanced kids, because then you get lots of problem behavior. You get all kinds of problem behavior at that point if you're not careful with that sort of thing. So I'm not suggesting that be a teaching procedure in general. But this is somebody who's got good instructional control, who's got good instructional control, has a lot of skills, and now you're trying to teach something. I found that to work a little better. I mean, I guess that's open for some more empirical support, but it seems to me it works a little bit better. So let's take a look at slide 17 for a second. This is the first one here. Here's the data. Here are the data. The data sheet. You notice here, his name is Connor at the top. There's the date. That's March 10th of 08. Phase 1. Okay? Phase 1, I think I've got I think you've got something that looks like this on slide 17, right? Am I right about? Yeah, okay. So you got phase 1 there. You notice you have airplane, cow, horse, car, banana, apple. 2, 4, there are the 6 items there, as you can see. And you notice airplane, you go back and forth with item. You can see airplane number 1, item, what is it? Okay? Then what color? Then cow, what color? What is it? Then horse, what is it? What color?